Hello everybody, Graham here with the latest updates on We Share Abundance with the Easy Business Builder, the SOAP program, which is not washing up or anything, it's success on a plate, and the Cash Cow program, which is a 100% done for you business with guaranteed minimum return of 400%. Okay, we should be streaming live on Twitch, YouTube, and in our Facebook group, We Share Abundance Publicly. And I'll be heading there in a moment because that's where we get the comments. We don't tend to see them from other platforms. It also gives me a chance to make sure that we are in fact streaming live. Sometimes I forget the button. Sometimes I've been talking away and I've not pressed the button. Sometimes it just doesn't work even though I have pressed the button. So it's a good idea to go there and check. And it's, as I say, the only place that I tend to see the comments so I can interact and answer questions. So if you're watching in YouTube or Twitch and you've got questions, I apologize, I won't see them. But you're very welcome, no matter which platform you're watching on, no matter which continent you're from, no matter which country you're from, no matter what your background is or anything else, whether you're a member, visitor, everybody is 100% welcome. We are a cloud nation. We are the United States of the world. So with that having been said, let me head over to Facebook and I'll be looking for our Facebook group, We Share Abundance Publicly. We Share Abundance Publicly, Facebook group. And then scrolling down, I'll hope to find me broadcasting on the 27th of April, which is today. And looking good so far. And we have Russ Cowley at the top of the comments list from Newcastle in England. And he says, I'm coming through loud and clear. Thank you, Russ. And we got Richard Atkins from Devon, which is just up the road from me. I'm in Cornwall, and both in the UK, of course. Then we've got Dave Jackson from the UK as well, from London. Ramachandra from India, although he is a UK citizen. Peter from Kettering in the UK. So we've got a lot of UK members in early at the moment. And while we are waiting just to see if we get a few more people in from different places around the world, I'll help myself to a little sip of lime juice cordial. It's just got that tang, hasn't it? We've got Kevin in from Newcastle as well, UK. We'll give it a minute longer or a couple of minutes longer because it's only 4 minutes past, and we usually get started about 6 or 7 minutes in. I don't want to leave it too late tonight because there is an important webinar on from Avazu. We have no formal connection with Avazu, but we are friends with their management team, and we have a lot of our members involved in their program. And they've got, they started the week with 3 important webinars. The first one was on Monday. There is another one, important one tonight at 8 o'clock. So we'll finish as early as we can so that everybody gets the chance to get there. We've got Jennifer Drummond in from the Bronx, New York, and we've got Andrew Dean in from New Zealand. And then they've got the last of these 3 major important. I mean, they're all important if you can get on them. But the last of the 3 that they got planned to introduce the launch will be on a Saturday at noon New York time, which is 5 p.m. British summertime. So those are all good to be on, not just because you get free entries for your raffle ticket, but also because they'll explain everything that's going on. I didn't get the opportunity to see Dave live yesterday, but I believe he was doing sales calls live, just to give you an idea of what it's about. I know it's not something that most people enjoy. I don't particularly like using the telephone, I'll be quite honest. In fact, I used to have quite a mental block about using the telephone. And so I deliberately went out and got a telesales job to get me over that hump. And I became one of the top salesmen in the telesales marketplace that I was in. But I still never really enjoyed it. But it's something that some people really enjoy and are really good at. I say I never really enjoyed it too much, but I did manage to become good at it anyway. To be good at something, you've got to be prepared to be bad at it first of all, you know. And as I say, the main thing for me was to get over I suppose it was a fear of using the telephone. I was okay face to face with people, but the phone, it was all seemed so impersonal, you know. So I did that. And we've got Al Nasir from somewhere back as well now. He's been busy, but he's back now. Okay, good. Can't remember where you're from, Al Nasir. Issa. Nigeria, maybe Ghana, Pakistan. I don't know. I should. Akini he's from Nigeria. Al Nasir is from Nigeria as well. Okay. What have we got? 7 minutes past. We will get started now. Okay. Dear Heavenly Father, we are so grateful for you, and we ask that you bless the We Share Abundance community, that it may fill each member's heart with unconditional love. And through that love, each member may find the joy of service. And through service, bless each member that they attract into their life true happiness and everything they need. Amen. And a little affirmation. I said in my preamble that we are the United States of the world, and I found a little affirmation that used that phrase, and it went, we're happy and grateful now to be living in the United States of the world with God and truth as our leaders. Heavenly Father, may thy kingdom of peace on earth come as it is in heaven, that we may all be freed from divisive inharmonies and become perfect citizens in body, mind, and soul of thy world. And that's a good affirmation, because if we want to change the world, we can only do it by changing ourselves. And you may think that that won't have much impact, but the ripples that your change, your personal change, send out can affect somebody else and change them and change another person, and it spreads. And the more people that think about ridding themselves of those divisive inharmonies, you know, hate and segregation and distinctions. So often today, distinctions are emphasized where they should be ignored, really. You know, I'm not knocking any particular sect or any particular creed or organization, but the more we separate things, you know, if we say we should have Black History Month, or we should have Hanukkah, we should celebrate Hanukkah and not offend the Jewish people, or the Jewish people shouldn't offend the Christians. And, you know, we're all part of the same family. We're all brothers and sisters together. You could, as we all bleed the same colour blood. So we should be looking at what we have in common, not how are we separated. We should be saying, okay, come on in all together. You know, there was a song, I'm not going to sing it. I've been told off for singing too much. But there was a song not long ago. Well, I suppose it was a long time ago, probably 50 odd years ago. Can't remember who did it. Earth, Wind and Fire, I think. And it was, what we need is a great big melting pot, big enough to take the world and all it's got, keep it stirring for 100 years or more, and turn out coffee-coloured people by the score. You know, just get everybody in together, and everybody come out and say, yeah, we're all part of the same family. The fact that we look different, we've all got different unique talents, whether we could be identical twins in appearance, but there will be different talents in those in those twins. In one twin, they may have similar talents, but it'll be more pronounced in one, and the other one will have more in a different area, and there will be differences. We're all unique. We all have something unique to contribute to our family, the Brotherhood of Man, and it's something that we should be concentrating on, making sure we change ourselves in that way, and then we can send out those vibrations and hope to change more and more people. And if we all get that same feeling of unity and love, then what a wonderful world it would be. And that's another song, and I'm not going to sing that either. Okay. Satchmo. And I say to myself, what a wonderful world. Oh dear. Anyway, right. No, I promised people I wouldn't sing. Not people. My wife said I sing too much. Okay. Right. So what have we got in updates, having got through that? Most of the development work we've been on today has been in the administration area. There have been things that haven't been up to par in there, make it more difficult to be as effective as we would like to be in helping our members. And so there's been quite a lot going on in there. I don't think there's anything really that affects or that you would see. Let me just pull up Skype to see. Oh, the one oh no, that only shows in admin anyway. No, but we have cleared the decks now, and we will be starting tomorrow on improving the messaging system. You will be able to search in your personally enrolled members. I'm not sure, I think by username or by real name. So if you maybe knew somebody, maybe you introduce Bill Blogs, and maybe their username is Happiness, but you don't know that their username is Happiness, but you know they're Bill Blogs, and you'll be able to search by either. Or maybe you introduce somebody and you know their username is something, but you don't know their real name. Well, you'll be able to search by both, and that'll bring up that person, and you will be able to message them directly in the same way that you can now message your sponsor. You've always been able to do that, and then you can set up a conversation, but you will be able to message your downline not just on block as you can now, but specifically, you know, you'll be able to find specific people, and you'll be able to say, you know, would you like some help? You might you know, they might say, oh, I'd love to do this, but I just can't afford it at the moment. And you may have some extra cash that you could say, okay, and let me piff you in at that level and get you started, and we'll help you move up the ladder, you know, something along those lines. So, you know, it might only cost you $2, but it gets them started on the first rung of the ladder in the SOAP program. They can start giving away coupons, and you'll soon make that $2 back if you help them as they go up. You know, you'll be getting residual commissions from them every month, and it's a really good investment. You can't give them a coupon because you can only give coupons to non-members, because it's designed to help you bring in new members. But if you've got members in there that are keen to get going with the SOAP program but are struggling a little bit just for even $2, and there's some people that are, then you might find it in your heart to help them. But you want to let them know and make sure that they know, you know, have you got plans for who you're going to give your coupons to? Do they know about it? Are they happy to take them up, and have they do they know who they're going to give them to? Because, you know, you want to make sure that everything runs smoothly and just keeps building. And Deborah says it is a wonderful, well, Graham, yeah. And it can be even more wonderful if we all believe in that wonderful world and in the harmony. You know, the 4 pillars of success are peace, hope, harmony, and love. And harmony is so important, and it's difficult to be in harmony with somebody when you feel separated from them, or when people say that there's a big difference. You know, how can you get on with that person when they're so different? Nobody's so different in some ways, but deep down inside we're all the same. We just love waiting to get out. We hide it, we're afraid of it, we try and disguise it quite often, but it's there. Okay, so so that's really what Devyani has been up to today. What have I been up to? I've been up to spent nearly all day on it, setting up the automated code for the program, the third-party program that we're promoting at the moment, the $9 automatic thing. You know, what's it called? COTPS. Normally you have to log in every 2 hours and make the trades. They're done basically for you, but you've got to click a few buttons and things. It doesn't take long. It probably takes, I don't know, maybe 2 minutes, probably less, every 2 hours. But it's inconvenient. You can forget, and then you've lost a bit of cash that you could have been making. You have to sleep some of the time, so when you're asleep, you're not going to do it. So there is, there are people that have written code to do this for you. And I'm not saying it's a complicated process, but I am saying that I'm not too technically adept, but I am usually good at following instructions. But I went through the instructions and I've been through them, and I kept hitting snags along the way. But I got talking to a guy who's been in the program for a good while, and he's got a very big number of recruits all over the world. He's living in Colombia now. He's from the States, but he lives in Colombia. He's got a very big group in the Philippines, and he makes a lot of money with this program, thousands of dollars a week. And anybody can work their way up there if the program lasts. Is it going to last? Who knows? I recorded a video today about risk, because anything that you get involved in is a risk. It can be publicized and look like the bee's knees, the best thing in the world. Nothing can stop it. Beautiful website, everything working smoothly, and it can disappear within a heartbeat. I've seen it so many times. You can get scrappy, grubby sites that look like they've been thrown together in desperation, and they're really ugly. In fact, Google used to be like that. Google has polished it up a bit in the last few years, but Google's site used to be really plain, blank, horrible. But it's been around a while, and look where they are. But I've seen so many sites, again, that really look scrappy and dreadful, and some of them are brash, some of them are bad spelling, and all sorts of things, faults that you can come up with for them. But they stick around, and they've been around, and they keep paying out. You can never tell. I've been involved in programs where you've not been able to verify who's behind them, and the information on the site doesn't ring true, and you can check it out and it doesn't really follow through. And a lot of those don't last very long, but you get the odd one that does. You never know. So you've got to be cautious. You've got to be wise. If you never take any risks, you're never going to achieve anything. But if you set risk levels that you're comfortable with, then you can find the rewards. And this particular program, COTPS, don't know what it stands for. It must stand for something. Crypto, as I guess, for the C, but I don't know. It's been running for a while. Its site is mediocre. The images on the site of the people in command are not the real pictures of the person. But that's not unusual. A lot of people don't like having their picture up. I don't care. I mean, I know I'm ugly anyway, so people aren't going to spend a lot of time looking at my pictures, but they are mine. But a lot of people are less confident, perhaps, or care more about the image that they present, and they think maybe I don't look the part for a managing director or whatever, so they put a picture up that's been used on another 200 sites as well. You can get all this happening. The only test really is when you use it, and you've got to never expect that things are going to last. You can hope. And if you don't expect, if you get involved in something, make sure that it's within your comfort level. And the reason I like COPTS is because you can get involved for just $9, and there's nothing else to pay. You pay your $9 and you're in. And if the program lasts for 12 months, you'll be quite wealthy. If it lasts for about 28 days, you'll be able to get your money back and still be in the program then as a, for free. You've got your $9 back. If you're comfortable with more than $9, well, you might want to put more than $9. But when you put your money into any program, not just this one, but there aren't many that are as low cost as this. But there are others that you can get involved in for $10 or $20 or whatever it may be. But whatever it is, when you pay that money in, treat it as just gone. Boom. I bought a round of ice creams for the family or something like that. It's money you've spent. Don't expect to get it back. so that when you do get it back, you can hope to get it back, but don't expect. When you do get it back in whatever time frame it takes, and as I say, with this program, it takes about 28 days, then just be grateful and say, okay, I got that back, put it in my pocket, I'm in for free now. And then you can't lose, you can only win. So I've been setting that script up. I did get help from this gentleman, as I say. In the end, I just couldn't do it. I was doing most things right, but for whatever reason, the code wouldn't stick on my computer. I hate this computer that I have, actually. It's an Asus. It's supposed to be one of the top brands, and I would never buy one again, but I've had people saying that they are good, and I shouldn't knock Asus, but I don't like it. I will never buy another Asus, I tell you. And the code wouldn't stick in the way that it should. And so this gentleman, lovely guy, helped me. He logged into my virtual server and he put the code in it there, and it stuck on his computer, no problem. And so it is there, and it's up and running and working. But it took me all day because I wanted to learn how to do it, because I want to make this code available to everybody. One, because it saves you the hassle of logging in every 2 hours. Two, because it means you won't miss a login time, just because you forgot. Three, because even if you are good at logging in every 2 hours, you're going to go to sleep for 5 or 6 hours. You're going to miss some logins. And so you'll make more money if you've got the code. And it'll be easier, okay? You won't have to do anything. You'll have to log into your code about every 8 or 9 days to reset the numbers, but I can explain that. That is really, really simple. Getting it set up, you may find a challenge, but it isn't really a complicated thing. It's just that most of us, if you're like me anyway, it's something we've never done before. And if you want to be good at something, you've got to be prepared to be bad at it to start with. And so if I need to help you, the help you get will probably be bad to start with. But as I do more of it, I will get better at it and be able to help people better. And if I really get stuck, this charming gentleman that lives in Colombia said he's prepared to help anybody. So we have a wonderful resource there. Tomorrow I will be attempting to set it up on my wife's computer, because she's got her own plan in there, not even connected to us, because she signed up with somebody else, and somehow it got disconnected anyway. But so her account isn't even connected, and it's hers on her own. But I'm going to practice with her, and we're going to get that set up hopefully tomorrow, and we'll see if it goes through on her computer better than it did on mine. See if the code will stick. So that's what I've been doing today. So it's sidetracked me a lot from other things. I've kept up to date with the basics, and I have had a couple of discussions with some people about traffic and things. So it's all moving in the right direction. But I want to get this available for you for two reasons. One, it's really low cost. Yes, there is a risk. You'll be at risk for almost a month. If you get through a month, then you can get your money back. Nobody knows how long it's going to last. It may last a year, 2 years, 5 years. It may last a couple of days. Who knows? So yes, there is a risk, but make sure you're comfortable with the value that you're risking, whether it's $9 or any other sum that you feel comfortable with. Don't make it something that you're going to lose sleep over, saying, oh, I wish I hadn't done it, or whatever. $9 is affordable for most people. And if it does stick around for a short period of time, and when I'm talking about a short period of time, I'm talking about 3 to 6 months, you'll have still made some pretty good money. If it sticks around for 12 months, you'll have made hundreds of thousands of dollars, probably, depending on how much you pull out along the way. Because the more you leave in, the greater it'll compound. So from your point of view, you can get involved in something very low cost. You'll be able to get it set up to run pretty much automatically, which will increase your revenue, because increasing that those returns, instead of it being 8 or 9 times a day that you're able to log in, to being around about 11 times a day, it's a big increase when you compound that, because it compounds every time that you log in. So it's building consistently, and it makes a massive difference. Just as an example, logging in how many times? 9 times. If you didn't withdraw anything in 12 months, you'd have about $150,000, starting with just $9. Logging in 10 times, it's up to $400,000, over $400,000. And logging in 11 times, it's over $1.2 million. So it's a huge difference. So that's why I want to make this code available to everybody. And I was pretty adamant when I joined that it was something that I wanted to do, and I wanted to get and make available to all the people that we have. The other reason for it is the account that I have is in my name, but it is for We Share Abundance. So any money we make from that will go into We Share Abundance. The bulk of it will go into liquidity pools once it starts making some decent money. What I want to do initially, if it lasts, for a short while, it'll tide us over. We've got other things that are coming in the pipeline, but if it lasts for 3 to 6 months, it'll give us some good liquidity in the pools, which will enable more withdrawals. It'll stabilize the program. It'll pay for the administration and development costs and the server costs and all these sort of things. It'll help us expand in a good way, and bring back some of the things that the members have been asking for. One of the difficulties we've had is that we had a lot of success earlier on, and it raised expectations. And when that success fell apart because it wasn't sustainable, people thought that we should still be having the same success. Where's all the money going now then? Is it being siphoned off into a Swiss bank account or whatever, If we had done it the other way around and said, okay, let's get this thing rocking and rolling. You put your money in now, and we'll build it up, and we'll gradually, as we've built huge reserves, be able to develop more things and use those reserves to build more, and get more people in developing and put in more systems, and gradually sometime in the future we'll be able to pay you some sort of commission or some sort of withdrawals. If we'd done it that way, then you wouldn't have had the expectations that people have got today, and most people would have been happy. And there are companies out there that are, one in particular, that has done it that way, and they've been around for about 3 years or 4 years now? I've lost track. and they've never paid out a cent, and they've got over 1.25 million paid members. Over 1.25 million paid members. They've never paid out 1 cent in commissions or member benefits to that 1.25 million people. So it's all about expectation. We have always wanted to just pay out everything that comes in. We've no aspirations to make a profit. All we are is a system that will help people, and the money that we can generate will go out. As I say, we had a lot of success in our early days, but it wasn't sustainable. There's lots of reasons for it, which I won't go into now. And that raised the hopes. And so the hopes got crushed as we weren't able to maintain that. And so now we've had to come back, and we're building again. And we've been building from a base level for the past about the past 8 months now. We got down to a base level, and we've been building from there now, and we're getting to a point now where people are making money again, not in the same way that it was done originally. We will get back to that, but it'll take us a little bit longer. The more people pull together, the more our community pulls together and says, look, we're all in this together, let's make it work, then the quicker we'll get where we're going. But nothing is going to stop us getting there, whether it's just me on my own doing everything, which it never will be, because we've got a group of wonderful people around us. But we've also got a lot of people that, as I say, they lost hope because we built their expectations up too high initially with something we couldn't sustain, and now, understandably, they can't see where we're going, but they will see it again. We will be there again, and it will be again a wonderful world. Okay, so that's where we are, and that COPTES program can help each member individually for a very low cost. Yeah, a slight amount of risk. Or you could say the risk is medium or high or low, whatever you say. But you don't need to risk a lot of your cash. You can get in for $9. Some people will be comfortable with more. If you can't afford $9, get onto your sponsor and say, can you do anything to help me out? Maybe they can, maybe they can't. Maybe they're in the same position. Maybe they've got thousands of people that they've introduced. I mean, if you get onto admin, which is the admin account, which is Frami account, I think there are 5,000 or more people introduced there. So there's no way we could say, yeah, we'll give everybody $9. We don't have the money, If we'd only introduced 2 people, yeah, I could say, yeah, sure, I'll pay for you both to come in. So it depends on who your sponsor is and what position they're in. But it's a good chance. Let's call it a chance. It is a chance to generate some serious income for a very, very low one-time payment. Whatever is low in your book. Now, if you're living in somewhere where, $9 is really too much for you, then yeah, I can understand that. But there are a lot of people throughout the world where $9 is easily put on one side and said, yeah, okay, we'll give it a go. So if you give it a go, you can help yourself and you can help the community. And maybe if it does well, there will be money where we'll be able to help out those people that simply haven't got $9, So there we go. Numbers for today. Let's get on to those because I've covered everything else. What time is it? 40. Yeah, don't forget there's the Avazu one at 8 o'clock. So I don't want to go on for too long. So the numbers for today, a little bit better than yesterday. 13 new net increase in registered members, 12 new active members to 8,082. That's the biggest increase in active members we've had for quite a few days. And especially as a number, related to the number of people joining. So people are perhaps getting the message that it's all part and parcel of joining. I still haven't got a contract signed on the automatic KYC, by the way. The site ranking down a little bit for We Share Abundance, just one place to 14,550. Down 348 places for Multiply Weezer to 48,654. Multiply Weezer, no change in registered members or pro members, people that have bought advertising. But by logging in, we have got another $2 in the revenue share, and the bonus pool there is up to $9,849. The tokens, Weezer token, no change from yesterday. It's up one place in coin ranking to 1,791. Price is the same at just over half a cent. Excuse me. Weezer Abundance token up 22 places in the coin ranking to 814. No trading volume to speak of. And the value is up a little bit, but it's still well under what it should be. It's 192.54. Should be $100 more than that, so it's a good buy if you're buying them at that. I've not had a chance to go in and see what the actual trading is at, but anybody that can buy them for 192, they're getting a good deal. They should be about 320. Okay, that's it. That's your numbers. And I say to myself, what a wonderful world. Excuse me. So let's just check and see if there's any comments in the... No, there isn't. In the Melon app, I just want... Sometimes we get them from YouTube or Twitch, but nothing there. It's only Facebook. So with that said, this lovely day has flown away. The time has come to part. Auf Wiedersehen, auf Wiedersehen. We'll meet again. Same time, same place tomorrow. Hopefully I'll have that code available for everybody that wants it, that's in the COTPS program. Gonna have to find a way of saying that better. And you'll be able to get set up with that. But one way or another, we'll get it sorted out, and I will get the traffic moving for the cash cow people by this weekend. Okay, that's where we are. So auf Wiedersehen, auf Wiedersehen. We'll meet again. Same time, same place tomorrow. God bless you all. Thank you for being We Share Abundance. Without you, we don't exist.